It's currently 11:45 p.m. April 17th, 2020. In about 8 hours, I'm supposed to be running my debut marathon. I've been training since January for about 1,000 miles, a little bit more of training for this race, which of course was canceled because of the coronavirus. But I'm not the real victim here. The real victim are those who are sick or dying or economically struggling because of the situation. So in light of that, I'm going to run the marathon anyway for the sake of solidarity for those who are sick or are really affected by this disease, for the sake of gratitude that I am healthy and able to run this and able to have been training for this, and just for the sake of perseverance, for the greater glory of God, to finish what I started. It's going to be 26 miles by myself, my debut marathon. Alright, well, I'm going to bed. Let's do this. So I start from my house and I head up State Route 131 towards my high school. It's a really pleasant day. I'm just wearing half tights and a long sleeve shirt and just a hat and gloves, and I'm feeling good. I'm not really sure what pace to run, kind of just guesstimating for the first mile until the Garmin kind of gives me a good idea. I hit mile 1 in 6:26 and I'm feeling pretty good. Again, that wasn't too hard. Probably listening to Life is a Highway, same song I started my half marathon with a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Take a right on State Route 28. I love running on this road. A little bit of rolling hills, but definitely not much. Basically, it's still flat and the sky's opening up more. It's a really, really pretty morning and I'm pretty excited to be out here and I'm feeling really good. Like, I'm feeling really excited for this. Fourth mile is 6:25. I'm running past kind of like farmland and open, wide shoulders, and I'm really enjoying it so far. The fifth mile I hit in 6:18. Still feeling great. Listening to my music and just rolling along. My dad is coming around mile 6 to give me my noon water, so you'll see me cross over the street and try to catch up to the car, get a drink, and keep running. And just that whole situation, plus a little bit of just the adrenaline of chasing the car, my pace speeds up a little bit there. So my 7th mile is 6:07, and then I kind of keep that for the 8th mile where I run a 6:15. But I'm feeling great. Like, this doesn't feel like any effort, which is just so weird. Once you get into like a race mindset, your body can do very different things. But 8 miles in and I'm not really feeling any pain. It's definitely still fun. So mile 9, I run a 6:27, and it's, again, just a beautiful day. You can see my dad's car, the black car, kind of going forward and back as he's just helping me, making sure I'm okay. Just being an awesome dad as I run this, since it was just too cold and too slow of a pace for him to bike with me this morning. But open roads, I'm just absolutely loving it. It's a really fun experience so far. And the 10th mile, I turn back onto State Route 131, just the opposite direction that I was running up earlier, and I love these back roads, and I'm super glad to be able to be out here. So the pace is around 6:22 average pace at this point, and so I'm feeling good. Around mile 11, I have a 100 milligram caffeine goo, which I end up consuming over like 6 miles. I never really finish it. I just take a couple little kind of sips of it here and there every couple miles, which probably isn't the best method, but it's just so thick. I get into Miami Meadows Park. It's a beautiful park, a beautiful day. I've got my family there. I've got my sisters, my brother, my sister-in-law, my aunt, and cousin. I go through the half marathon in about 1:23:20, which is obviously above target. My goal is just 2:50, so super excited to go through there. About mile 14, I begin to feel a little bit. I feel the physical effects. My lungs still feel great. Like the pace isn't hard, but my body is definitely saying, hey, you've been out here for a while. A little bit of not quite a cramp, but just below a cramp started to creep up in my ribs. And I was kind of nervous about that because I just really didn't want to cramp up. That wasn't gonna be fun. But I was already feeling the physical effects, and I still had 11 miles left to go. But I was pushing. I had basically family about every third mile throughout the park, so I just basically had to make it through the next stop to see some family, and that would just keep me going. And I had to take a lot of really deep breaths, quick in and long out, or maybe long in and quick out. I don't remember, but I was just trying to maintain my breath, and for several miles I really had to focus on getting deep breaths to try to prevent this cramp from manifesting into something more serious. So I'm going through mile 17, 18, 19, and it's kind of surreal because, again, it's still not hard pace-wise, but my body is kind of aching. The legs are saying, hey, you've been out here a long time. But at mile 20, I kind of get emotional. I'm like, wow, this is really gonna happen. I'm nervous about the wall that I hear so much about at mile 20 for the last 6 miles. Not feeling it, and I almost started to cry just thinking about embracing my dad at the end of this run, having completed a marathon. But I hold in the tears in case that wall was to come. I didn't want to get excited too soon. Anyway, I know I'm about done, so I'm leaving the park, which feels good, and I'm heading home. It's still just a gorgeous day, and I'm super grateful for that. It's still not hurting pace-wise, but the body definitely is breaking down at this point. Mile 23, I'm not hitting a wall or bonking by any means, but I'm nervous. I get my first twitch in my calf, and I know that if I kind of flex my muscle too much in my calf, I'm gonna go down. So I have to be careful just to run regular and comfortable. And I also know that I don't have to run fast, so I'm just trying to run anywhere between 6:20 and 7 at this point, because I'll still finish with sub 2:50, and I know that. So I go past my high school, through my high school. I love running this path. It's slightly downhill, and I've done this so many hundreds of times, running this exact route. But knowing it that this is the last mile of the marathon just feels so different and so cool. My dad is still driving along with me. My family's waiting for me at home. I know I just have a half mile left. I do a little bit of add-on, and I know I'm so close, and I can taste it, and I know that I'm going to go through the marathon in a time that was so much faster than I thought I was going to, and I passed the line, and wow, I did it. 2:46:37. I just ran a solo marathon. Well, just finished 2:46 marathon and change, about 26.3 miles, 6:19 average pace. I can't walk right now. My hips are destroyed. Like, my body's obliterated. That was really, really tough. But it was really fun. And wow, I wasn't expecting to run that, but my family was there and supporting me, and they were so awesome. Best support crew. Now I'm gonna go sleep, I think. My sister just brought me some chicken too, so thanks for watching.